Okay. Thank you. Is there a program there? Yes.
Good morning, girls.
Good morning, Mrs. Reedy.
And I'd like you to say good morning, grandparents.
Good morning, grandparents.
And this morning, I would like to say to the grandparents that you are our very, very special guests. And truly, truly, we welcome you to our very special little preppy school and to our grandparents' assembly this morning. We are so glad that you are able to be here with us this morning and that we are able to have visitors back on our property after our dreadful COVID time, where we really, really missed having these special little events. And I don't think you parents realize how excited your little girls were to have you here with them this morning. They have been waiting for this day for a long time, and it's finally here. And I want you to know that there is absolutely nothing that can replace grandparents. Know how very, very special you are and how important you all are in the development of your granddaughter. In the words of Fred Rogers, grandparents can be very special resources. Just being close to them reassures a child, without words, about change and continuity, about what went before and what will come after. J. Kessler said, young people need something stable to hang on to. A culture, connection, a sense of their own past, a hope for their own future. Most of all, they need what grandparents can give them. This morning, I would like to say thank you to our teachers for the effort and the hard work they have gone into in producing this little show for you. And to say, grandparents, it's really, really a special time. You're going to treasure these moments, so truly enjoy our assembly this morning with us. Thank you.
La, 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 thank you for your love, for your prayers, for the things you give. How could we recount all you've done on this side of heaven? We're grateful. We wanna say thank you for all the things you say and do. Thank you for showing us a love that's true. Thank you. This simple song is not enough. Thank you for loving us. Na, 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 all those summer nights spent with you, sitting on your porch swing. I can still hear your voice and the songs that you sing. Sweet memories that won't fade away. Thank you for all the things you say and do. Thank you for showing us your love that's true. Thank you. This simple song is not enough. Thank you for loving us. The way you laugh your goodbye kiss, that fateful birthday card, your Bible and your prayer list. Yeah, that's who you are. Thank you for all the things you say and do. Thank you for showing us the love that's true. Thank you. This simple song is not enough. Thank you for loving us. Oh, I will give up this side of heaven. Oh, yeah. All you say and do for the love so true. I gotta say thank you.
The following girls are going to come up and they're going to read a little piece about their grade 2 teachers. Okay, Isabella, Nila, Sana, and Kanya.
Mrs. Browning. Mrs. Browning is kind-hearted and sweet. She is 35 years old, but that is young for a teacher. Mrs. Browning goes out of her way to buy us prizes for the pasture. She is my favorite teacher in the whole world.
My teacher is the best teacher. Mrs. Swimmer is my teacher. Mrs. Swimmer is in house hunter. She has short hair that's black and blonde. She loves to eat sushi. Mrs. Swimmer likes to crochet too. She is the best. Mrs. Melford is the best teacher ever. She tells us funny stories. Mrs. Melford does growl at us sometimes. She is a smart teacher. I know that she loves us. She is very, very scared of snakes and Gia teases her. She has short brown hair and a dog named Fatty. Fatty had puppies. Mrs. Melford has 3 sons. She says we are the daughters she never had. She isn't very patient. I don't know why. She loses her glasses a lot, but we still love her. My teacher, Mrs. Richter, teaches us how to read. She has blue eyes and blonde hair. Her favorite color is purple. When we don't know answers to questions, she helps us. Mrs. Richter has 2 grandchildren that she loves very much. Mrs. Richter tells us not to talk when she is talking. Mrs. Richter loves to read. She is beautiful. I love her.
Girls, please sit. Can the following girls please come up? Annabelle, Sibu, Anu, and Emma.
When I go to Granny Patty, we like to go to the beach. We like to make cake together and we love to watch movies. We also like to collect shells and we have so much fun. My granny and I also like to swim in the sea and river. I love my granny so much.
My granny and grandpa are kind and funny. I love my granny because she makes muffins. My grandpa always loses his phone. My granny always wins at board games. I love my granny and grandpa so much. Every Saturday, my sister and I watch a movie with my granny and grandpa. I have so much fun with my granny and grandpa. My granny is dangerous. She drives in the wrong lane because she doesn't see very well. Sometimes he calls me by my sister's name, and I keep on telling her, Granny, I'm not evil, I'm unreal. She often loses her medication, and we have to find it for her. She laughs and says, thank you. Then she loses her glasses, but she's wearing them. She is also a bit this. I got a chocolate for my mom for Mother's Day, and she asked me what it was for. I said for Mother's Day, and she ate it. My grand cannot stand on one leg. If she does, she will fall and I will have to help her up. Granny is always asking me to please make her some tea, and when I am finished making the tea, she is sleeping. My granny makes me happy. My grandparents. My grandpa's name is Pick. He is a doctor in Ireland. I love him because when he comes to visit me, he brings me presents. When he comes to visit, I have to sleep with my door closed because he snores so loud. My granny's name is Jenny. When I go to her house for a sleepover, she sometimes gives me dessert before supper. When my granny comes to fetch me after netball, she has to wear a beanie because her hair is standing up. I really love my grandparents. Because when all the time. My grandpa makes me laugh as well because he makes funny jokes with me and my sister whenever we come over for something. I love my granny and grandpa because they're sweet and they're kind, and my granny brings me books that she reads to me. I love my granny and grandpa because they buy me clothing whenever I feel sad, and I went to go stay by them. I love my granny and grandpa because we always walk to the mall and then we get jelly powder and then we go back home to make jelly. I love my granny and grandpa because they give me little treats when I'm done breakfast. I love my granny and grandpa because they do love me and they take me out for breakfast and they buy me clothes. My granny and grandpa help me when I'm sad. They get me up and make me confident when I'm feeling a little down. I love my granny and grandpa because they support me and my granny helps me to learn better, and my grandpa takes me to a movie when I'm sad. I love my granny and grandpa because every time I'm upset they give me pancakes, and when I'm struggling from something they support me and say never give up. I love my granny and grandpa because they make pancakes in the morning, and when I'm sad and I have myself in pain, my granny buys me chocolate. I love my granny and grandpa because they give me treats and they make me happy when I'm sad. I love my granny and grandpa because when I'm sad they cheer me up and take me to the movies. I love my granny and grandpa because they keep me company. I love my grandma and grandpa because they will always take care of me and make me happy when I'm sad. I love my granny and grandpa because they always like to take me shopping, and when I'm done eating my breakfast, they give me the treat.
You girls, please stand.
When I go to my granny's house, I like to bake with my granny. I know the ingredients very well. She had an operation on her foot. It was very sore. She couldn't walk much. We played lots of fun games. We sometimes watered the plants. My granny and grandpa. My nana is the best. Don't get me wrong. I love all my grannies and grandpas, but I just decided to speak about my nana. So let me get started. I don't see her very often because she lives in Gantus, but I still love her very, very much. My nana's name is Anna Marie. It's a nice name, right? I'm going to tell you a very important secret, but please, please don't tell my nana. I don't see her very often. I don't know how old my nana is, but please, please don't tell her. I think my grandpa passed away when I was 2, but I don't really know. When I feel sad or lonely, my nana cheers me up.
We like to make pancakes and waffles and go for long walks on the beach. When we go home, we order pizza and play games. Once the sun goes down, I go to sleep. Thank you. My granny is so deaf she can't hear very well and she keeps saying, "Say that again please." She mistakes me for my brother. She also told me that I have a big bum. My granny walks with a walking stick. She goes to the toilet a lot. She falls asleep in front of the TV and snores very loudly. She has false teeth. My granny is very funny and I love her very much. My grandpa. My grandpa sits on the couch and sleeps. Every time I come back from school, he races me to the pool. My grandpa races me to the trampoline too, but I always win. When we are about to get into the pool, he jumps in first, then he wins. My grandpa is 65 and he's very fit. He knows how to play netball with me. When my grandpa sees my granny at the shop, he always goes to another shop.
Reporter girls, can you please stand? Girls, please stand.
My granny is very nice to me. Sometimes she shouts at me when I do something wrong. We like to lay down in her bed and watch TV. I like to bake with her. We like to bake fat cakes. She tells me new things every day when I come back from school. I also love my granny very much and she loves me too. My granny and grandpa. My granny and grandpa live in Muscle Bay. They live in the same house. My nana is staying with us for the weekend. My nana gives me massages. My nana is Peach. She is 67 years old. My nana's name is Janet. Our favorite game is Uno Flip. She gives me lots of hugs. I love my granny and grandpa. My granny dances very strangely, and when she eats, she makes funny noises. When she sees waffles, she pulls a funny face. My granny was sad because my grandma's heart stopped beating. My granny sings beautifully, and she is so much fun. I saw my granny on the phone, and she was talking, baking, and cooking all at the same time. She loves to sing with us. I love my granny, and she loves me too. My grandpa's name is Bart. My grandpa has blue eyes. He makes the best Baltimore pies in the world. I always go to my granny and grandpa with my cousins to visit. My grandpa makes the supper and he is a good cook because he works at a restaurant. I love my granny and grandpa. They are the best.
Girls, please stand.
Grandma, then he gives me money. My grandma always spends time with me. She always gives me cuddles. She really loves me a lot, and she loves me and my sister. My grandma does the work in the garden every single day, and my grandma is the best cook. She also plays with me and also passes when I'm feeling a bit sad. My granny and grandpa are the best, and granny is the best cook, and my grandpa does the garden, and my granny cooks every day. My grandma is the best cook I know. My grandpa, he gives me cuddles every day, every night. My granny and grandpa, they work and they love me and they cuddle me all the time. My grandma is the best cook, and my grandpa loves me so much. He takes medicine every day and every night. My grandpa drinks pills every day, every night, and then my grandma cooks every day. Almost, she's the best cook ever. My grandma is really nice, and she mostly prints and works the whole day, and she does reading books, and and when we come to her house, she just gives us marshmallows and biscuits. My granny and grandpa, they give me cuddles. My granny and grandpa are the best grandma and grandpa I have. I love them because my grandma makes me cakes, and my grandpa gives me hugs, and he also gives me cuddles, and I always know that I'm missed. My grandpa works on a pineapple and cow farm, and he chops the pineapple and does the cows. My granny and grandpa, my grandpa has his own garden and he plants fruit and vegetables, and my granny loves to bake. Every time I see them, we go to grab tea and have lots of fun. My granny and grandpa play with me every time I see them. Usually on the day, my granny goes to the shop and to buy some food to make food for us, and she lives at Kislich. My granny sells chips, and she also lives at. And my granny and grandpa, in a day, they bake cakes, and they bake muffins, and we plant flowers. My granny and grandpa during the day, they plant fruits, and then we pick them up, then we make them into soup, then we eat them. Then when we're done eating, we play with the chickens, and then when we're playing with the chickens, they crack some eggs, and when we get the eggs, we make the eggs and then put them in our ingredient. So my grandpa, he likes to sit at home, and my grandma, she also sits at home, but she sometimes gets up. My granny and grandpa like to tell jokes, and they like to eat cookies. My grandpa says when She loves to play with me. My granny goes to lots of different places and I have fun. My granny buys me a lot of cool stuff for my room.
My granny and grandpa. My grandpa and I love to tickle each other. My granny loves shopping and she always takes me with. When I hurt myself, my grandpa comes and helps me. My granny and grandpa loves me a lot.
My granny's name is Apple. She makes the best noodles ever. Her face is so crinkly and she wears these funny things in her eyes that she has to take out because she doesn't see very well. My granny is always smiling and happy. When we go to her house, she always gives us chocolate. Sometimes she takes us for walks, but we have to push her up the hills.
My grandpa has a bird that likes to sit on my hand and shoulder, and it won't come. My granny likes to bake with me and my cousins. When we bake, we make a mess and eat all the cupcakes. My grandpa snores so loud we could hear him downstairs when we were playing games at Hog's Back. I call my grandpa Pa and my granny. I love them both so much.
So girls, we're going to see a little bit more about your grannies and grandpas now. And the first thing we want to find out this morning is who is the oldest granny in our hall this morning? Now, how are we going to work that out? Let's see. So I would like all the grannies who are older than 55 to please stand. So now we've got to see, girls, who the actual winner is. So let's see. So if you are between the ages of 60 and 55, if you could please be seated. So anybody who's 60 and younger, if you could please be seated. Wow, we've still got some older grannies. 65 and younger, please be seated. 70 and younger, please be seated. If you're 75 years old and younger, please be seated. Okay, so now we've got a few grannies left still standing. So if anybody is 76 years old, you could be seated. So now the teachers are going to help me. We're going to ask these grannies to please tell us their ages, and we're going to work it out from there. Granny, could you tell us how old you are today? I've got an 89-year-old lady. If there's a granny still standing that's older than 89, don't stand, don't sit yet, granny. If there's one that's older than 89, how old is that granny then? Not okay, then she can please be seated. How old are you, granny? Pardon? 80. So you can please be seated, okay? So now, grannies, if there's anybody that's older than 89, Now's your last chance to declare it. So it looks like this is our winning granny, the oldest granny we've got here, and I would like the little girl who owns this granny to please stand. So if you two can come and get your certificate and your prize for your granny from Mrs. Browning, I'm going to give your granny a hug. Thank you, lovely to have you with us. Thank you, girls, there you are. And grandpas, now it's your turn. So let's start the same process. If you're a grandpa and you're old, if you're older than 60 years old, please stand. All the grandpas, the grandfathers. Only the grandfathers. Right. If you are 70, if you are between the ages of 75 and 70, please be seated. Okay, girls, if you're between the age of 80 and 75, you may be seated. Okay, now we're going to have to ask these grandpas their ages as well. Okay, so grandpa, how old is this grandpa? No.
Hey, old man.
How old are you?
I'm 82. I'm going to be 83.
82, 83, grandpa? 84, so you said you may be said. And grandpa over here? 84. Mr. Stanton, how old are you? 83. Okay, so we've got two grandpas. Anybody older than 84? And now it's really getting tight here, girls. Let's see who's going to win. I need to know your the teachers. Are you calculating this for me, Mrs. Swimmer? We need to know which month you were born in. June? December. So this is our oldest. Just missed. So whose grandpa is this?
He's going to be 85 at the end of the year. If he's 84 now, he's going to be 85 at the end of the year, so he's older than her, because he's only just turned 84.
Okay, so Mrs. Swimmer says we need to contest this, so we're going to have both of those to win. So please stand as well, thank you. And whose grandpa is that? Is it your grandpa, Tatum? Please come and get your grandpa's certificate. Thank you. Right, the teachers are keeping me on my toes here, thank you very much. Now, your Tatum, you can go to your grandpa. Thank you. You go and give your grandpa and go where they go this way. Tatum, go to the front there. Grandpa's coming that way. Grannies. Now that we've got our grannies looking younger and younger these days. So let's see. I would like are we looking for the youngest granny in the room this morning? So girls, are you holding thumbs? Hold thumbs. So we'd like all the grannies who are younger than 55 to please stand. Is any granny that is younger, and it must be a granny, please. Can I make sure that you are a granny? Okay, we're not including aunties or mommies. We would like you to be a granny. 55, okay. So now, if you are younger than, if you're between 55 and 53, you may be seated. So any grannies that are left, there are 52. Okay, so we're going to ask 53. We're going to ask these grannies if they could tell us their ages quickly. Let's see. So how old is this? Pardon? 52. Is there anybody here that's younger than 52? Younger than 52? Are you 51? So 51. So 52, please be seated. 51. Anybody younger than 51? You must be seated. She's 51, sorry. 51, still winner. And are you 50 years? Sorry, 50. 53. How old are you? Sorry, I got you. 53. So then you must be seated. So over here I've got a granny who's 51 years old. Is there any granny here this morning younger than 51? So whose granny is this, girls? Oh, come through, give your granny a prize for us. Thank you very much. 45, please stand. All grandpas that are younger than 45. Wow. Let's see. Anyone who's grandpa? We've only got the two. We're going to have to ask these dads, these grandpas, their ages. Grandpa? How old are you today? 48. 48. Grandpa? Pardon? 38. 38-year-old grandpa. So we've got a 38 grandpa and a 48 grandpa. Right, whose grandpa is this, girls? Yes, come and bring your grandpa. We've got two more prizes for our grandparents this morning and certificates. And this one I'd like all the teachers up because they're going to get involved in this as well. We are now, and our girls, you have to be very quiet because we've got to really see who the winner is. Okay. So I would like the grandpa to judge for themselves and decide if they qualify. I'm now looking for the grandfather who has the most hair. So grandparents, you need to think, and it does include facial hair as well. So let's see. We're looking for the grandpa to stand who thinks that they have got the most hair here this morning. Grandpa, are you looking? Are you going to look? I think you need to stand and let's see. Oh, I'm getting lots of... that belong to these grandpas must please come and give their grandpas a prize for me, please. Thank you. Well done. Do you want to just come and stand there? You can take photos together. That's fine. You can stand there with your grandchildren. So the other, yeah, comes the other little one. Is we're now looking for the granny who has the most grandchildren. So let's see. Okay, girls, let's see. So I'm going to say, if you have got more than 8 grandchildren, you please stand. So the grannies who've got more than 8. Okay, girls, let's wait and listen. The grannies who've got more than 8 grandchildren. Can we ask, how many grandchildren do you have? Granny? You've got 9? Quietly, girls, let's wait and listen now, otherwise we're going to get the wrong granny. How many grandchildren? You've got 10. Okay, Granny has 10. So, Granny, you out of it, sorry. How many grandchildren? 13. How many grandchildren? Oh, we've got a 12 and a 13, okay? And how many grandchildren? 10. So you may be seated, Granny. Oh, great, Granny too. You may be seated, Granny. 9. You may be seated. Okay. So sorry, Grandpa, we're doing grannies today. Grannies. So you've got how many? 13 and 12. So it looks like our winner is 13. Okay, thank you. Any grannies? Whose granny is this, girls? Yes, come quickly give your grannies time. Okay, girls, let's sit nicely, sit nice and tall. Let's see the nice posture, girls. Sitting nice and tall. Thank you. Thank you very much for that, grannies and grandpas. And we do have very, very happy birthday today. Thank you, girls. Now, before we end, let's see that we can sit up nice and tall. And I just want to say again, a very, very big thank you to our mommies who organized our tea at the back, and to our grannies and our grandpas to please say that you asked to say you're most welcome to please enjoy a cup of tea with us after our assembly. And also to say to our teachers, who you've learnt a lot about, our girls have told you all about our teachers this morning. A big, big thank you for organising the assembly. You ladies really did well. They truly are an excellent team, grannies and grandpas. Let's give our teachers a big, big clap. And then to our girls on the stage, what absolutely delightful faces. The grannies and grandpas are going to give our girls a big, big clap because your assembly was lovely. And from the very, very bottom of my heart, a huge, huge thank you to each and every grandparent who made the effort and went to the trouble of being with us here this morning. It has meant the world to us as the staff, and to your grandchildren it's meant more than the world. It's been absolutely lovely. They are so grateful that you are here. Please be blessed and spend as much time as you can with your grandchildren, with our preppies. The time flies, and before you know, they will be in matric. It's hard to believe, but that's what happens. So spend as much time as you can with them. And know that you're welcome to visit us at our school. You don't just have to come on Grandparents' Day. Do pop in and come and see your grandchildren when you come and fetch them here from our gate. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Thank you. Thank you, grannies and grandpas. Tea is waiting for you at the back before you can fetch your girls. Thank you.